All right, we are live. Everyone, thanks so much for coming out for another Monday Night Draw live stream. It's great to have you here. I had a poll on the member section.
His poll got canceled by Meredith.
Well, it didn't get canceled.
Got canceled.
It got postponed. All right.
Snade.
It got postponed. Thank you, Meredith. You're great. It's good having you here.
That's what I'm here for.
Meredith fell asleep before this, so this could be interesting. She's a little grumpy.
Meredith fell asleep. We are moving in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. Anyway.
A lot going on right now.
So
this is a big house to pack.
Today we're doing Batman, but I think this should actually be a lot of fun because the person that wanted the Batman, and this is a commission, the person that wanted the Batman commission wanted Batman in front of a wall with a shadow behind him in the wall. And he actually sent a picture that I had done as a commission a few years ago that was similar, but I wanted to do this with a bit more of an uplight. I thought it'd be a little bit more fun and just a cooler kind of an effect. And it's really a classic kind of an effect for Batman. So yeah, with that said, El Padrino wanted to place bets on whether Batman will have feet. So first of all, no, not this time. There's not going to be feet this time. It's going to be, it's going to be no feet. And
pot of feet.
Henry asked if I would show. This is actually from last week. This stuff here. If I would show the layout. So here it is. This is my little. And actually, you can see this is.
Henry always asks to see the layout.
He does.
Now.
So I should just. Henry, I'll always show the layout. So this is last week's. This is Gambit here. So for those of you that were here last week, you saw that one, and this is going to be Batman here. It's a pretty standard layout. It's really more going to be the lighting. I think that will make this one really pop and be a little bit more interesting and more difficult for me to do. Because uplighting a character is always harder, and I've done it enough. It's not like it's something I can't do. I want to say in my defense, but it's tougher. So. Oh, Jordan Seaward's here. Says, "Hey, Dave, sketching the pieces here."
I'm supposed to pay attention right now.
One mighty R.
I gotta wake up.
Sam Kelly has a super chat. Okay, you go ahead. Sam Kelly has a super chat for $5. He said, "I cut my hand open. Oh no, severed nerve. Spent 6 hours in emergency.
Just so I could have the day off."
Okay.
You took him seriously for a minute.
Oh no. Well, my bet though is he probably actually did injure his hand, just
hopefully not
on purpose. So if that's true, I do hope your hand is okay. All right, I'm going to get started. Here we go.
Right. Draw, monkey draw. Anybody who's seen Freddie Benzinger's art with the bald monkey? Have you seen that?
With the bald monkey?
Have I not shown you the bald monkey art?
No.
Because Freddie's the guy that does all
the
patches.
Yes, and he did patches with the gloves, which is very, very cool. By the way, while Meredith looks,
see if I can find it.
We had our first member stream on Saturday, and I think it was a lot of fun. We did portfolio reviews, so I think we got through a good 10, 11 people. Anyway, it was quite a few people. We went through 2 pages of portfolios, samples for every person, and there was some really amazing stuff. Lance DuBois, I think, is coming along incredibly. Lance is here right now. Hi, Lance. He's watching. And yeah, I thought his stuff has just really, really come along, Meredith. Like, it's very, very impressive looking. So
good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
People are learning from you, like you're doing stuff where you're teaching people and stuff.
It's all B. That's what I'm trying to say. All right. None of the work that you guys are doing, it's all me.
It's nothing that you guys are doing. It's all Dave.
That's the thing about it. You really can learn. And I mean, I certainly learn from a lot of people, but you have to put the work in yourself, and it's what you bring to it. Somebody can help, but yeah, no, nobody can take credit for.
I keep posting my patches pictures to the wrong Instagram account. I keep posting the patches pictures.
I'm drawing them too small.
To my Instagram account.
Let's fix this.
It's a problem having to manage 2 Instagram accounts. I know it's a problem for you too. Hey, you have 2 Instagram accounts, speaking of which.
Yeah, okay.
Are they both you?
Sort of. So I have 2 Instagram accounts, if any of you care. I have 2 Instagram accounts, and the reason for that is I'm with Comic Sketch Art, and my handler at Comic Sketch Art started an Instagram account and was putting up, I do conventions, and they put up pictures from the conventions, that kind of thing. And so there are some things, but that happened for kind of a limited time, and then it just kind of trailed off. So not that I could judge.
Which one is actually you? David Finch Art.
D Finch Artist.
D Finch Artist is actually you.
And they're both actually me, but yeah, only one is that I actually ever see.
Okay.
And I really should do something about the other one, but since I didn't set it up, I don't even have the password. I'd have to talk to Kat. There's Kat to set that up and say, hey, can we?
Oh, Johnny Fitz has a super chat for $2. Johnny says, hey, Dave, may not stay long. Depressed tonight.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, stay, Johnny, and I guarantee by the end of the stream, you'll feel better.
Well, guarantee is a strong word.
No, I guarantee it.
Okay. But I will say, I mean, it's winter, and it's February, and it is the season of, starting to feel a little depressed without enough sun. So I do hope
it is February.
Feeling better soon. And just bear in mind, summer's coming.
That's right. All right. We have another member of the Finch flock. Alfin has joined the flock. Welcome, Alfin.
Wow, Alfin's a regular here.
I know. Why did he wait till this week? That's my problem. What's up with this, Alfin? No, I'm kidding. Welcome. Trenton Massey has a super chat for $5. Trenton says, hi, DNM. I've been having trouble with the ribs. Any tips with adding a lot of detail to them? By the way, tears didn't work for me. I tried. LOL. You're the best. You're both the best.
Trenton had a comment, actually. Because I read his comment and I thought, I'm going to respond when I start. And then there were a couple other ones. I forgot what it was. Just before this started, he had said something I wanted to respond to. I'm sorry, Trenton.
Sorry.
Okay, you know what? For ribs, let's talk about ribs really quickly here. So, with my mess of stuff here. So ribs at their most basic form, I'm going to draw, this is the line of the rib over the stomach. This would be the stomach here. The chest is here. So there's your chest. And the basic form is like a bit of a plate like that. And the ribs, you've got your lats that come through here, and the ribs basically attached to it. You've got like balls, and there's detail in there, but really the form that it takes is a shape like this, connected to a shape like this, and then like this. And it just goes up in that kind of a pattern. That's really all there is to it. And then to light it and make it look effective, just make sure to really shore up your connection points. And I've got shapes that are curving, and they get a little bit wider. The shadow gets wider at the center of the shape, just like this. I'll do it again here. So it just gets wider in there and a little thinner there. Here we go. Here's another one here. And one last thing to consider is, because I'm going to assume we're lighting from here, basically in toward the figure this way. As we round down away from the light, I can get a little thicker with my shadow. And so you see less, it fills in just a little bit more, and then it kind of gets much more broken up as you go toward the light. So you get something that isn't just a complete shadow, shadow, shadow. It has like an overall shadow pattern that rounds around it. So there you go. All right. And now I'm going to say that's the way that I do it. There are so many ways to do everything, and I would definitely recommend looking at different artists for their approach.
Here.
Yes. Here what?
You have to look at me. That's the bald monkey. Because I always say, draw, monkey, draw.
Wow, look at that.
All the coffee cups.
Batman cup. Harley Davidson cup. Love that. Superman cup. I have that Superman cup. That's like exactly what it that's crazy.
That Batman cup looks very similar too.
I also have a Captain and Canuck cup and an XM Studios cup. It's crazy. Yeah.
I think that was from the Instagram when I was like, look at all these cups. Okay, draw monkey.
That is very, very cool.
Do you know your shirt's on inside out?
No.
Yeah. Look. Not that one.
Oh, my sweater is on. I'm wearing it. Well.
Instagram feed with the tag at the back of Dave's shirt.
You know
I'm
what?
not the only one who's struggling today.
Isaac comes at it. Comes on it naturally.
Comes by it honestly.
Honestly.
Tired. So we're gonna forgive Alphin, because Alphin just says I forgot to join earlier. And Nathan Phillips, welcome to the Finch flock.
Oh, well, thank you, Nathan.
Dre, my 11, welcome to the flock.
And for all of you guys that are joining, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys hopefully on our next stream, which will be, I'm doing one every 2 weeks. Basically, the format that we're going with, I'm struggling with my picture today, I gotta say, Meredith. The format that we're going with is we're doing one review stream and then one draw along stream. So, and we're going back and forth like that. Because I think it's really valuable, the reviews, and I think it's something that you guys want. I mean, you know, ultimately, I'm not in each and every one of your head, so I can't just say every single person wants this. But I do think, I know I would certainly want that. But at the same time, just watching reviews, you know, I think it'd be fun to do. And so for these, and I really enjoy this, drawing a character and, you know, drawing these sorts of figures. But for the other streams, I can just draw crazy stuff like a tree or a background or, you know, something that probably is less entertaining for someone maybe that's just watching a cool picture. But, you know, if you're trying to learn that stuff, it can be very useful. So, and also I was saying in the stream, just when we were kind of wrapping up, that I really want to do some painting. So once we move.
Oh my gosh, with all your free time.
No, painting on the stream. I'll just, you know what I mean?
I'm going to set up, when we move, I'm setting you up a paint station.
There you go. All right.
I saw all the paint just like
stacked over here.
Not just stacked over there, because I packed drawers in the last couple of days.
Okay.
With like hundreds of dollars worth of paint just haphazardly thrown in there. I'm 100% positive you have no idea all the paint you have. And I haven't even touched the cupboards above on this side of the room. And I know there's other stuff in there. Tell me I'm wrong.
All right. Anyway.
So I'm going to set you up a paint station.
Good.
So that you paint at the paint station.
My favorite is when you go into my office and start making changes. I know, you
love it. It's your favorite.
It's always the best.
Not a person. Welcome to the Finch flock, as well as Jerry Rasco. Now, I have some super chats, David, so you can't talk for a minute.
Oh, okay.
All right. First of all, because I'm falling behind.
Okay.
Hold on. First super chat from Greg L. Static Art for $2. Thanks, SM, for the TVSM. Thank you so much for the critique. Still watching what I missed.
TBSM.
Maybe it's TYSM.
Okay, that makes sense.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, Greg, he actually called into the show from work, and it was going really well. And then he hit a point where some other people were kind of coming in the background. They were talking, and he was trying to, like, you know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it went really well.
Good. And then Charlie Parks has a super chat for $5. Charlie says, "Hey, Dave Meredith, how are you this week?" And then Charlie had another super chat for $2 saying, "Don't forget about me, Dave." As if you could forget.
Yeah, come on.
As if you could forget.
Of course not.
And then
thank you, Charlie.
Hunter Barnhart for $5. Remember about the Tarzan suggestion. I know you have a long list, but he'd be awesome to see on one of these streams. So, Hunter, I will put Tarzan on the list. And somebody else said Conan.
Working his leg that wasn't working, and
so I will also add Conan to the list.
Okay, yeah, which would be great. And how is it that some of those characters are like?
I have bad news about last week.
Okay.
Remember what happened last week?
No.
So,
do you remember what happened last week?
I remember what happened last week.
I mean, you know, if like the house burned down, I'd say okay, sure.
The house. I went to close. Conan's already on the list. But I'll add Tarzan. I went to close my computer, and do you remember what I did instead of hitting save? Because I save it a couple times as I'm adding. I said don't save.
Because I know you didn't save it. I didn't know how that happened.
So the list ended with Greatest American Hero. I just added Tarzan. I have no doubt we'll continue to add to the list.
Yeah, so. It's kind of, well, sorry about that.
It's a never-ending list. We'll be drawing forever.
And so he's going to have a shadow, like a circular shadow kind of up the wall like this. And then, so I'm just going to project him up onto the wall.
Okay. Not a person. Did I ever say not a person? Welcome to the flock.
You did.
Okay, good. I'm getting lost. I'm getting lost. I don't want to miss people. All right. Next super chat comes from.
I just feel like when it comes to people like not a person.
Well, not a person's not a person, so it's easy to forget.
Oh no! What I was going to say is
I'm just kidding. So funny. All right.
Welcome to the channel membership. That's one thing about calling it Finch Flock is, come on, not a person.
I'm not the one who listed the membership. Called it.
I know, and I called it that, but I wasn't thinking about the fact that we'd be saying welcome to the Finch Flock as if you guys are somehow.
Kid now, and I'm gonna slew people.
Yeah.
That maybe that's because you weren't a cool kid.
I did have one person.
Or were you always one of the cool kids and you don't understand the feeling of ostracization?
Oh yeah, no, I was totally one of the cool kids. I think everybody gets that impression.
I mean, everybody who's bald when they're 5 is cool, right?
That's right. Well, I had one person in the comments with the video that we did introducing it saying that he wasn't really crazy about the idea of breaking up
the flock.
Yeah, fandom like into a hierarchy, and he didn't like that kind of thing. And yeah, that's these are always concerned because it's a legitimate concern. I know why I wanted to do it because it gives me the opportunity to be able to do some of the kind of things that wouldn't be possible here. But I would not want somebody. The free tutorials that are on here are my best work.
You're not going to lose out. It's not like you're losing out by not being part of the flock.
And you're not a less valuable member of our community either.
You already have. Like, it's not like Dave is not going to continue to do stuff. It's just for people who want to get like reviews and stuff like that. Dave can't do that stuff for free. Like, I'm sorry. There's a point at which there has to be, for all the time and energy you're putting into the free stuff, this is a way of sort of balancing that out by doing stuff that, if somebody wants, you can get by without it. Like, I'm all done now.
Okay.
I'm just going to read super chats because I'm not going to do it. I'm not you don't want me to do it right now because I'm not going to do it in a nice way.
Wow.
I don't even know what to, like.
You're right. I don't. No, we're good. Let's stop right there.
Not in a not nice way, but I don't know. I'm tired. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. Okay. My words are. There you go.
So for this one, Meredith, before you go on, for this one, I'm going to erase the pencils and actually do a little bit more with pencil than I would normally do. And the reason I'm going to do that is he's uplit. That's always a more complex lighting. And so I kind of want to, and I'm going to do it very loosely, but I want to have a bit more of a roadmap for myself so I don't completely get lost in front of everyone, which is, not ideal. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So the next super chat comes from Death Metal Hero for $2. Death Metal says, "What up, Dave Meredith? What up, chat?" And then like horn hands.
Yeah.
And then Death Metal Hero had another super chat for $5. Dave, did you ever check out Chimp Spanner? If you dig it, check out Blotted Science as well. Skull. That's what he says.
Blotted.
I don't know what skull means. But I assume that's something that it's like heavy metal listener lingo.
I'm going to check it out. And oh man, I have to admit, I have not, I just, I want to say I've been busy. Listening to music is not something that takes up my time. So I have no excuse. I really wanted to, and it's something that's been on my mind. I want to listen to it. Actually, part of what happened, I am a huge UFC fan. I have not watched UFC since they basically stopped. I watched the Conor McGregor fight, but other than that, they stopped mid-September or mid-December, and then they kind of have been gearing back up. And I kind of got out of it for a bit, and so I've been avoiding any UFC news and the whole works. And so basically, I spent the last week watching every single fight for the last several weeks, and that's kind of been what I've been watching down here. It's been some good fights too. I'll tell you, Meredith. Like, there's been some disappointments. I'm not gonna, I don't know what you guys have seen. I don't want to ruin something if you guys haven't seen it yet or whatever. But there have been some really, really good fights, and some disappointments. Some fighters that I really like, and seeing them kind of, not do as well.
Oh, sorry. I actually wasn't. That was my fake yawn, but now I'm going to real yawn.
Okay.
Next super chat No, I know you guys all like fights.
Not everybody. That's the thing. That's why I need to kind of shut up
Tagmo
about
Model Works super chat from Tag for $20. Tag says, "Hi David and Meredith, really enjoying your stream on critiquing fans' art. Really enjoyed it, and I hope you did as well. I know the time and advice you give is priceless, so thank you so much for doing it." See, that's what I was trying to say.
it. Okay. Well,
Your
and thank
time
you
is
very much.
priceless.
Thank you very much.
I just Tag said it so much.
Oh man, all of our time is priceless. Nobody's got time.
No.
You know, we're all busy.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah.
Christopher Twain super chat for $5. Christopher says, "Hey, thanks again for advice during the member stream. The pages featured Christopher was the pages featuring Christopher Twin, not Twain. Twin. I was thinking the pages featuring the train.
Oh, I remember.
On new pages and will incorporate your advice."
Well, that's great. Meredith, you missed, obviously you weren't here for that. He had his storytelling, and it's storytelling, but it's also just shot selection and composition, and also just like a very engaging style. Like it was just really, and I said it during the stream, just really interesting work to look at. Like I just really enjoyed it. And there were certainly problems with it for sure. Like he had some trouble with a face from a certain angle and just a few things. And, you know, that's going to happen when you're learning. But the things that he did well were really amazing. I was very, very impressed. I think you'd actually really love his work.
Well, sounds awesome. I know you had a lot of awesome things, like great things.
There were so many great, Deep LA art was there.
He said it was actually a really great way to do it. All right. Next
and thank you
chat.
for the super chat. It was very much appreciated.
Thank you guys so much. Casey Love Monsters for $5. Casey says, "Hi David, I'm watching with my dad. Just wanted to say your comic book drawings rule. I love Batman."
Thank you very much, Casey. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Not sure if he said it with that much enthusiasm, but I did it for him.
Right.
I had your back, Casey. All right. Next super chat comes from Isaac Koff, which you guys all know I'm going to do multiple times during the stream tonight for $5. Get it?
Yes.
But not Koff. His name is spelled Coff. "Please tell me you're still doing Calder from Young Justice." Well, he is now, because I'm adding it back on the list that I accidentally didn't save.
I'm sure we would have. Did that come up last week?
It's already on the list.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would have thought that would have been on from before.
I'm going to save it.
And this is where it's such a fight with Meredith. Normally, I win that fight just because I'm stubborn. Tonight, I was not winning that fight. And I finally thought, okay, I need to let it go. And she's been going through so much stress lately. And I don't know, you guys don't get this impression because you see like nice Meredith here, you know, but in actual reality, she is an awful person. And you don't have to deal with her. I think they get enough
of a glimpse.
Yeah.
There's an imagination.
The absolute worst, you know, not to be critical.
Every once in a while, the mom voice comes out.
It does.
But that's not even like the worst of it. Mom voice.
You know, the crazy thing is, I remember because I met Meredith, you know, and we had a couple of dates. Actually, we had quite a few dates before I met the kids. And the first time I saw Meredith with the kids, I thought, whoa, it's like a different person. I couldn't believe it, you know? And I thought that was great. I thought, you know, this is like an actual adult, you know, and from somebody like from my perspective, I was 33 when we met. You were 32.
Yeah, I was an actual adult.
And you were an actual adult.
It's pretty sad that you were 33 and I was the first actual adult you met.
You know what? It doesn't just like, it's not just kids that'll make you an adult, but it's definitely something, you know, it does it for a lot of people. So
there you go. All right.
Not too long.
Greg L. Static Art, $2 super chat. Greg says, "I picked up Radiant Black with your cover today."
Oh, great. Thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you so much, Greg. Hopefully, guys had a chance to listen to the super fun interview with Kyle Higgins.
Yep.
It was a long one, but it was so much fun.
It didn't do as well in terms of views. And I think because it's so long, people look at it and go, whoa, like, that's a lot to take in.
Put it on your phone and drive to work.
But it is such a great interview. And
he has so many like nuggets of wisdom.
I could listen to, and you know what? The thing is, I knew with Kyle Higgins,
he's hilarious.
I knew it was going to be great. Because I mean, I talk to him all the time. So do you, Meredith. And
all the time.
By all the time. I mean, we go to conventions, and if we're ever at a convention together,
it's
we
not
make
like I'm calling, like I love Kyle, but I'm not calling Kyle up tonight and going, "Hey, Kyle, what's going down?"
Okay, but point being that
I don't call anybody though. That's, to be fair. I didn't even call
Kyle's one of those people, like, you know, some people where you feel like you're hanging out with them, and really you're being entertained. You know,
Yes,
like you should be paying money because it's just fun.
Fair enough.
And you're not contributing the same level to that. You know what I mean?
Good. Yeah. Alvin says, "Good job adjusting his pin, Meredith." He is so kind.
Adjusting his pin?
Yeah, Kyle's pin.
Oh yeah. I remember that. Yeah.
The poor guy was like, he's a train wreck. I'm like, let me fix this for you.
You know what? I think he was a little frazzled.
He was so nervous that weekend.
Yeah.
So nervous. And he was sitting right beside me. So how could I not fix his pin? Jeff Hutchinson, welcome to the flock. I know there's more people I've got to add, but as I'm
very much
scrolling
appreciate it, Jeff.
I'm going to go back up to where I was at. So the next person, welcome to the flock, is Ragav V. Welcome to the flock, Ragav.
We know Ragav V.
Yes, I know
Yeah.
Ragav. Yeah, I'm always chatting with him on Facebook. Tyler L. Welcome to the flock. And a super chat from Kevin Mandeville for $9.99. Kevin says, "Evening Finches, evening flock. Few more requests for Mayor's long list. Azrael, Namor, Swamp Thing, and Captain Canuck won't be able to participate for the next few weeks. So good luck with the move. Thank you." Yeah, if you're not here for the next week, we are last week in this house.
Yeah, so
and then hopefully we can get it. So I just copied and pasted those.
Well, hopefully, Kevin, you'll be able to just watch it afterwards, which is honestly how I watch pretty much every single time I watch a live stream. It's always like from the night before or whatever, and I watch it after. I'm just not the kind of person to comment, and I'm sure that's a lot of you guys watching. You know, I don't comment. I just watch.
All right. Next super chat comes from Wakyen for $20. Thank you so much, Wakyen. Thank you so much for the free insight. You are real heroes of the craft. Any thoughts on doing a video about the best practices of comic sequential art, rule of thirds, flow of action, etc.? Stuff that's mostly learned once you're in. And somebody else emailed on the website about that, like just to
actually worded in such a
similar way that maybe they're the same people,
right?
And every time I tried,
did we not respond?
We did.
Okay, good.
I'm having problems with emails getting bounced back when I respond to emails on the website.
I'll tell you why. And what you need to do, and I
made sure it was sent to the right.
Okay, because if you reply, it will just bounce back. You actually have to copy their name and then paste that into the email, or it will just bounce back. So
I looked; it was said it was, but
I know but that is what you have to do.
It's a fake out. It's because I looked to make sure it was going the right person, and it still bounced it back.
Yeah, so it's a total fake out. If you do a copy and paste, it'll work.
But yes, walk in. The answer is Dave and I were talking about that, and we have thought that's a fabulous idea.
So I also want to say, I am currently in the process of working on that, and it's very, very in depth. It's something I've been, it's been planned for quite a while. I've got a whole spreadsheet of how it's all going to work out, very heavily planned, more than I would normally. I do. It's funny. I really went from, I would sit down and go, okay, what am I going to do, and then just basically wing it for the tutorials, to the point where I'm really trying to plan them. I do these little sketches beforehand, so I know where I'm at with it. I don't know that it's really making them better. I think so. Anyway, this one is very heavily planned because there's just so much involved, and it's going to be very long, and it's coming.
All right. Next super chat comes from Charlie Parks for $5. Charlie agrees with Meredith. Charlie says, "Dave, the world is not free, and neither should your art be. You are generous enough with all the free content. Tough, $, percentage sign on whoever criticizes you."
No, okay, look, I appreciate the sentiment. I really do, Charlie, and thank you. At the same time, though, I cannot stress, I'm not really a member of so many sites that I'm a huge fan of. And I would hate to think that somehow, now all of a sudden, because I'm not a member of that site that I really enjoy, or that channel, that, you guess what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I think it's a very legitimate position. That's all. And it's something we really like. I talked to Eric about this. I think I drove Eric up the wall with this. He's, Eric's so great. He's willing to, I will say this though. Eric's a good buddy,
Eric is awesome.
And I'm not such a bad
Eric.
friend. I listen to Eric when he's upset. So, there you go. Anyway, yeah, I was really hand wringing about doing that because I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, Meredith?
I do. So that's why I'm just moving right along.
All right.
Sergeant Big W. I think I said that right. For $10, please add as a super chat. Please add composite Superman to the list. Done. Already there. Added him on.
Composite Superman.
I don't know, but you have to Google it.
Yeah.
Sounds fun.
That's the sad part about it is I will have to Google that. And I really, I should know. And I don't.
Nicholas Camargo, welcome to the Finch Vlog.
So much more pencil than I ever normally do.
Agent Cub for $5 super chat. About time you went live. Wanted to say thanks for telling me about those whiteout pens. They work perfectly.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad to hear. About time. We're on time. Maybe he means from the years when I wasn't.
Maybe, I don't know.
But yes, I'm glad that the pens work.
That feels like somebody who knows you.
Okay, yes. And there you go.
Yeah. Artsy Designs has a super chat for $4.99. Artsy says, thanks for all you do for us. Are we still on for Angela next week for my birthday?
Yes.
The one I lost in the divorce.
And I'm going to tell you right now, Artsy, so I lost with Meredith this week. And I finally just let it go. I'm doing it next week. So, it's coming. And yeah, I put out the poll thinking, you know what? I always win these fights generally.
No.
And also actually when I put out the poll, we hadn't talked about it. So it's not like I was thinking, oh, you have something I need to do. Whatever, I'm doing it. Happy?
No, I'm never happy.
Why do I try?
I don't know. Jeff Hutchinson, welcome to the Finch Flock. If I did not already welcome Jeff.
Thank you, Jeff. I think we might have. But if we haven't.
Then Jeff got welcome twice. Anthony G, $9.99 super chat. Anthony says, hi, Finches. I didn't think I'd be able to make the critique, but plans changed and I didn't have anything prepped to show. Had fun watching anyway and hope to have something to show next time.
Well, I'm looking forward to that then. That'll be great.
Dave, somebody was asking if you would record those and then post them later for everybody to watch. So do you have an objection to that? Would there be a reason not to do that? I mean, the members get to be there for it and get their art critiqued, but then even people who don't could get a benefit from watching you critique somebody else. That's always.
Yeah, the reason to not do that would be entirely just to make it more special. It's only for members and the whole thing. That would be the only argument for not doing that. But I don't think, that's not really what I want it to be about. So
no, the members already got the critique stream.
Right.
And
you know what?
If you put it up a week later,
that's right.
Then it's
okay. I will do that. Actually, I like that idea a lot. And then it makes it, it's more for everyone, which I want it to be. And, yeah. And really, the point is, I can't do it. The only way that I can do it is to have it just be, people that are a smaller audience. But certainly, yeah, putting them up, I think I can do. Okay. All right. One thing I don't like doing.
What?
Okay, I'm gonna just say that here's my other hesitation. I'm gonna do it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm a little superstitious. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, right? And I worry if I put up stuff that doesn't really do as well, that it means nothing else will do.
Oh my gosh, you're the worst.
I know, but I'm telling you what I'm going to do it. But that's what just ran through my head. It totally ran through my head. I'm just saying.
I so want to call you out on this BS right now.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm not going. I am going to call you. You're just worried about your analytics.
Yes.
You're only worried about your analytics.
I am, and I know it's so pathetic.
If we put this up, people watch it so that Dave won't have. He's crying about the analytics right now.
It's so pathetic.
You're
I
such a
know it
baby.
is, but and this is the kind of thought I thought, oh, I wouldn't care about that. I mean, come on, really.
Your baby.
Next thing you know, I'm like, oh, cast a shadow from his hand onto his body here.
All right. Can I read the next super chat?
Nope.
Casting a shadow from his hand.
Yeah, go ahead, Meredith.
Next super chat comes from Ryan Parfait for $4.99. Ryan says, "Hey, my favorite peeps. How do we join again? If you're watching on your computer, then right by where it says David Finch underneath the screen, 109 subscribers. There's subscribed and there should be a blue join button.
Right. Now, it is possible that you're on an iOS device. If that's the case,
Then Eric has a link.
There's a link in the description. Actually, I think a link in the description of everything. So you should be fine. And if not,
Just
then
click the link.
Yeah, Eric is
And
on top
then
of that.
Ryan also wants to know, and boy name ideas, which means Ryan's having a boy. His suggestions are Grayson Drake, Thomas, or Arthur. Oh, and by the way, we're having a boy.
Oh, congratulations.
Congratulations, Ryan.
I like Thomas quite a bit. I
like Arthur.
I like Arthur too. And I know we were thinking about Thomas for Isaac, actually. I don't know that you were, but I know
I was not. I never thought
so you
about
never
Thomas. No.
Part of it is Finch is my last name, right? And it has to kind of work with that.
Yeah.
You know, you want your whole name to flow, so that's always a factor.
Which
Anyway,
is why Isaac's got a great name.
yeah, he does. It just worked. The minute I suggested it, we both liked it.
The minute you suggested it.
Yeah, the minute I suggested
You
it.
didn't suggest Isaac. I suggested Isaac because I burst out laughing when I found out I was pregnant a month before you were getting the surgery.
Yeah, no, I remember suggesting that name and you being like, wow, that is perfect. You are so smart. I can't believe that. I never would have thought of that on my own.
And I was like, Sarah laughed when she found out she was pregnant too. We should call him Isaac. And you're like, that's a great name because Isaac means laughter.
Anyway,
And Isaac brings so much laughter into our family.
that may be true, but I named him.
Freaking hilarious. I can't reach my water.
You got it.
I got it.
Well, I'm asking if you
Agent Cub has a super chat for $5. Agent Cub says, would you draw a few issues of Spawn if McFarlane asked you? Has he asked you?
Okay, here's my problem. I can't answer that question easily because there's nothing that I could just say, oh, hey, I'd like to draw. Like, I'm not in that position. I've got a book that I'm working on. And so, yeah, I can't just, I'm not available right now. I can't. But, okay. Yeah, I would absolutely love to do
if you could.
Yeah, I totally would. I love Spawn. A huge, huge fan. I would absolutely love to do it. But yeah, no, I can't just, you know, during the time I've been working on the book that I've been working on, there have been quite a few things that have come up and I thought, oh, I'd love to work on that. I'd love to work with that writer, you know, yeah, like it just seemed perfect. And I just am, you know, not in a position to take it on right now.
Not yet. Draco and Sambos Inc. Welcome to the Finch Block.
Yeah, welcome, Dracos.
Dracos and Sambos Inc.
Dracos and Sambos Inc.
Draco and Sambos. Cool. Johnny Fitz super chat for $5. Johnny says, David, some advice.
Yes.
A few people online have been pressuring me to post more art, but I'm uncomfortable. What do? I don't want to be trolled again. Johnny, take a break from social media.
Yeah. Oh, you know, I can't help but agree with that. Yeah, I would take a break.
Take a break and get your confidence back where you're just doing your art for you.
And also, let me just say, if you are posting on, it depends on where you post. If you're posting on Instagram, it's less likely you're going to get trolled. If you're posting on Twitter, Twitter is there to troll people. I mean, it is a troll site. You know, it's where people go to attack other people and to pick fights. My opinion, I haven't been on Twitter in many years. I got no interest in having any part of that kind of whole culture. I just think it's vicious.
But
so,
as a mom, my suggestion, take a break from social media. Like, take a week off. Don't open your Facebook. Don't open your Instagram. Don't open your Twitter. Just stay away. Hide them on your phone. put them in a folder so you can't see them. And when you think about you want to check your Facebook or your Twitter or your Instagram, play a game on your phone instead. Find an app that has funny quotes.
I'm just going to say, Meredith, that's an easy thing to say, though, when you have the work that's coming out there to see it, like that's meeting an audience, and you can just hide and not.
I think it's really important.
But if you have work that you're trying to get out there and it's your only outlet to get it out there.
I hear what you're saying. But when I was writing, when I wrote Wonder Woman, there was a lot of not positive stuff about Wonder Woman.
Okay, but Wonder Woman was coming out.
You know what? At the same point, what I'm saying is I had work out there, just as he's got work out there somewhere on social media where people are critiquing it, and it can get you really down. And then you start going down a well of just reading the negative comments. And then it takes you on a path that you don't need to take. Yeah. The best thing I did for myself was walk away from the internet when that was going on.
I had a great time.
Just focus on myself.
I'm just going to say I had a great time when Meredith went online or wrote Wonder Woman and started getting trashed online. It was hilarious for me. I'm not going to lie. I mean, okay, I felt bad too.
You're kind of not very nice.
I know. And you know why? Because for years I had been complaining about how hard it was for me. And Meredith is like, are you kidding me right now? What is it? Tyler, the creator, haha, it's just the internet, just shut it off. Yeah. And you see how hard it really is. It's hard.
Yeah, but the best thing you can do is walk away from it.
Yeah.
I'm never happier than when I'm not doing it.
Yep.
And you do it all the time. You dive down that rabbit hole over and over again.
Oh, I haven't done that in years.
Really? Analytics? Just whatchamacallit, a coat of a different color.
Okay, fair enough.
Gaz has a super chat for $5. Had a great time on Saturday night. Lots of great art shown. Also wanted to see if $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman were still on the list.
Are they?
Good call.
Thank you very much, Cats.
Thank you. Bionic Woman and $6 Million Man still on the list.
There. So you didn't lose
and I added
too much.
Psylocke because I saw somebody ask for Psylocke.
She might that would be a great one. Yeah.
I feel like Psylocke's already on the list.
Yeah.
But just in case, Psylocke's on there again. And maybe Psylocke was on there, and that's why I feel like she's on the list. That she may have been part of the deleted accidentally. The saved, not saved. The save failure. That's what it was. A save failure. Sheldon Martin has a super chat for $10. Sheldon says, Finch fam, thanks again for taking the time and looking at portfolios. I've been studying Levendecker's clothing folds and we'll keep it up.
Oh, that's great. Leyendecker, yeah.
Oh, Leyendecker. Sorry. There was like a scrolly, like a spelling line underneath.
Right. Well, for those of you that weren't there, I just want to say J.C. Leyendecker was an artist many years ago before Norman Rockwell. He actually did Saturday Evening Post covers before Norman Rockwell, who's the most famous Saturday Evening Post artist. And J.C. Leyendecker is my favorite, personally. I love Norman Rockwell too. But anyway, his folds are second to none. They're absolutely incredible, his clothing folds. And I highly recommend you look it up and give it a try. I actually got that from Mark Silvestri. He is heavily influenced by Leyendecker, and you see how incredible all of his folds are, how crispy they are. He does it better than I can, but I certainly still got a whole lot out of it. And yeah, anyway, so there you go, Leyendecker.
Oh,
that would be
he
like
also checked out P. Craig Russell.
Oh, great. What did he think?
I don't know. He didn't say. He just said and checked out P. Craig Russell's work. There's only so much room in the chat. He can chat.
Okay.
I'm sure he loved it.
Well, I mean, he's phenomenal.
All right. Sorry, I'm just going down. Sprawl to Brawl has a super chat for $5. Hey guys, question. If I would try to sell my drawings, legally speaking, am I allowed to sell a drawing that I use as reference off of Google Images? I don't understand that question. Do you understand that question?
So you go onto Google Images and you find a picture, like a photograph that somebody's taken, and it is copyrighted. Can you copy that artistically and then sell it legally? No, you can't. They have the right to cease and desist you if they so choose. But if you create a piece of original art, you're just selling it yourself. You're not making prints of it. Or if you change it, like really, if you take something, and I do this all the time, I look at Google Images for reference all the time. I just don't, straight up copy whatever I'm looking at. I use it in it. I mean, part of that is it never kind of transpires that it's perfect for what I'm looking for anyway. But yeah, you can use it as reference. You just can't completely copy it. There are artists I know at Marvel and DC and whatever that have been busted for that before. Look, I've copied before. I'm going to tell you right now, I've done covers. I did a cover for No Honor. And you want to humiliate me, you could look this up online. It's a cover I did way back in like 2000, a long time ago, or 1999. And I was looking at a phenomenal artist called Sergio Topi, I'm not sure. And I was looking at a samurai that he did, and I was kind of copying it because I didn't know how to draw a samurai. And next thing you know, I didn't really realize I copied. It's a straight up copy on a cover. And of course, people busted me for it and caught it and saw it. And yeah, that was not fun. It was embarrassing.
It happens.
It happens. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm not perfect that way. I've done it. Absolutely. It has happened.
All right. Daniel Castelli, $9.99 super chat. If 99 people say they like your work and one person doesn't, a lot of people forget about those 99 and focus on that one. True.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a conscious decision to focus on the negative. That's the real problem. And unfortunately, that's the way our brains are a bit wired. You don't hear the good. We live in a world where we don't hear the positive, or we shucks off the positive. If that makes sense.
Daniel paid money to give that advice.
He did.
Man, Daniel, you're a good dude. That is such great advice. And it is true. And I know both of us, we've both done it, and still susceptible to it.
Well, it's very important. I think another piece of advice that I would say, and I had to learn to do this, is when people give you a compliment, don't say, oh no, say thank you. Accept the compliment. Like if somebody says you're a really good artist, don't say, I could be better. Say thank you very much. And then take the compliment. Yeah. Instead of putting yourself down when somebody gives you a compliment.
Well, it's putting yourself down, and it's also disregarding somebody's opinion.
Yes.
People just say it because they generally mean it, and they want you to know that. And saying, oh, no, it's just kind of throwing that away. Nobody obviously intends to be dismissive of when they do that, but yeah.
So Steve King, who won the Wolverine head.
That's right. Yep.
Has a super chat for $10. Steve says, I really enjoyed the portfolio stream on Saturday. Hope to have pages for next time. If there is room on the list, I would love to see Frankenstein's monster get added.
Oh, that would be great. The question would be at that point,
there's always room on the list.
Is it classic Universal Studios Frankenstein, or is it Bernie Wrightson Frankenstein? What do you think? Wrightson, yeah.
There's only Wrightson.
Well, I don't know. I'm still a huge fan of the Boris Karloff. I really am. So I am actually torn with that a little bit. It's a bit tough.
All right. I want to make sure I didn't.
This is such an unusual picture for me. I draw everything with my thin pen and then start to go in with shadow. There's no thin pen at all. I'm just kind of blocking in shadow over the pencils. But I don't normally pencil so tightly. Not that this is so tight, but
Agent Cub has a super chat for $2. Says you should draw Bat Bear next.
Bat Bear, never. I don't even know what it is, but no. Sounds like Bat Cow.
It does, or Bat Dog. Lance DeBoyer, Dave we have not packed the Infinity Vase. It's so oddly shaped.
There it is.
I can't pack it. You're gonna have to carry it out by hand, like a box. It's heavy and it's not going in a box.
Let me break this thing out again. Some people might have not seen it.
The Infinity Vase. Yeah.
The Infinity Vase.
It is the Infinity Vase now.
It is now.
Named by let me find it on my
You need to find it. Anyway.
I gotta find who named it the Infinity Vase. because that was great.
I said it last week, but yeah, it came with the house, my old house, before I met Meredith. Somebody just left it there.
I can't remember people tag me on Instagram.
I figured for sure you would have
was
that.
it Facebook? I did.
You gotta find it.
Oh, I put it in my photos. That's what I did. I put it in my photos.
Okay. So you can find it, right? Okay.
Here it is. By M3 at Shake. Dave and his infinity vase.
So yeah, there you go. That's pretty great.
Good.
So yeah.
So good.
All right. Yeah, somebody didn't want it and they left it behind. And since it came with the house,
no surprise.
And it's the first house I ever bought, you know. And I said last week, and I hold to it.
Dave, there's a split.
My whole life started going better after I got that vase. What?
There's a split bristle on your brush.
I know. It's
driving people nuts.
There's nothing I can do about it. And you only brush it.
By people, I mean Kevin Mandeville.
I'm sorry, Kevin. Yeah, I know it's split. It's been driving me crazy, and it drags across the paper. It's been a problem for a bit. I ordered more refills, but I didn't order more pens, and this is my only one. And I think it's from putting the cap on and missing.
Yeah, fair enough.
Just trashed.
Johnny Fitz super chatted for $2. Johnny says, "Thank you for the advice, Mr. Dave and Miss Meredith." You know what, Johnny? If you can't quit social media, then just start blocking out the people who are giving you who are trolling you. Just block them. Just only follow, you know what? Follow Patches' Instagram for a while. It's only positive stuff.
Pictures of cats.
Patches' Instagram.
How's Patches' Instagram doing, by the way?
175 people at last check.
Wow.
175. I didn't post any let's get her to 200 challenges this week.
Challenge, yeah.
I was complaining because I keep accidentally posting her Instagram to my Instagram, and so that sucks.
So Patches,
I posted a cute picture today, and I thought I was posting to Patches, but I posted it to mine.
Oh well.
Too bad.
Cat's missing out.
Yeah, I'll have to repost it on hers because we wouldn't want her to miss out.
No.
On 175 followers.
Bananas.
There you go. Oh, I'm caught up. Look at me. Oh, that's Lance. M3 at Shake is Lance DeBoyer.
Oh, I didn't even know.
It's true. The Infinity. Oh my gosh, that's funny. He just Instagram messaged me. Meredith, I'm Lance DeBoyer. That's my gamer tag. That's funny. So Lance did the picture of Dave with the Infinity.
Well, that's awesome.
Base. And his wife gave him grief because he didn't add your tattoos.
Oh yeah. Well.
So, and if anybody wants to follow Patches' Instagram, you can. I'm the only one who can promote on the stream because I can self-promote because it's my stuff. It's Patches _and _dogs _and _horses.
Which she can't say without cracking up. And
I got a ring made with that.
What?
I got a ring made with that on it. It's going to say cats, dogs, horses.
You got a...
One of the girls from my barn does her own stamping.
Yeah.
So I wanted to support her.
Oh, right.
So she made I broke my spoon ring that I had. It broke. So I was like, I'll support Beth and get a little ring made. And she could put whatever I wanted on it. So next stream, I'll have it. You can show it.
Oh, I can't wait.
On the stream. It was like, how could I not do that? After the whole Patches Throwdown Showdown.
How could you not?
How could I not? Pizza Monster says, can confirm Patches' Instagram can make a bad day good. Daniel Castelli for $9.99. Daniel says, that's right, Em. Our brains are wired that way because if our ancestors didn't focus on the negative, they'd get eaten by predators. Just learning that helped me overcome a lot of insecurities. Yeah. See, I knew we were wired that way. I didn't know why. Now I do.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Focus on the negative.
Yeah, it's easy to look at, things that are positive, like, okay, not a problem there. I can ignore that.
Yeah.
Oh, problem here. I need to focus on that. Yeah. So, yeah.
Oh, Rike Inglaze 123. I was missing the Patches promo of the day. I'm going to have to repost it because I posted it on my Instagram. I'll post it while we're down here. Because it was very cute. It was a cute little picture. I have to switch my back and forth. That's the problem.
Right.
Hold on. It's her in boxes. She looks adorable. She didn't want me to pack. She's sitting on my U-Haul boxes, sharing his patches. I'm just gonna post it. I'm not gonna add any tags. That way people can see it. Kevin Mandeville says the infinity vase is the equivalent of the leg lamp from Christmas Story for the Finch family. Fragile. It's so freaking true. It is our leg lamp. Except she liked the leg lamp, didn't she?
No.
Oh, sorry, that was another show where she liked the leg lamp. Oh no, you know what that was?
What?
Scott Hanna
Yeah.
and his wife Pamela just got a leg lamp, and they were so excited about it.
Oh yeah.
That's what I was thinking. And I'm like, I know there was a woman who was excited about a leg lamp.
See, yeah, they were doing that
Pamela.
kind of ironically though.
Yeah.
That was funny, which it is. But yeah, no, in the movie, I don't think she was very happy about that lamp. Pretty sure.
Andrew Malcolm Tattoo says you can snip off the fiber with a hair clipper, with the nail clippers.
Wait, I'm a lefty. I can't control it that way. Hold on. Okay. Let's see what happens here. This is all for Kevin Mandeville. I might have to get a couple of shots at this. Problem is, it's...
Do you want me to do it?
No. I was afraid I couldn't really see it, which I can't really.
And actually, Andrew, I saw Andrew's and I didn't see that it was a super chat. I saw it lower down, but Andrew actually super chatted that for $99.99 to tell you, what's up, Dave? You can snip off that fiber with a nail clipper.
Oh, well.
Andrew, you're the best.
Thank you. And look,
You
it
really
snipped.
not want Kevin to suffer.
Oh, I know that feeling, and it can just drive you up the wall. Wow. And actually, I feel so much better. It's not going to drag on the paper anymore.
That's the best.
See, these are things I just don't think about.
No, see, well, Andre, it's not Andrew, it's Andre. Andre is a tattoo artist. I need to sleep. Okay, and just so you know, people, most nights now I'm in bed by 8 o'clock. This is like an hour past my bedtime when the stream starts, 7:30. So now apparently I can't even read anymore, Andre. So sorry. I was so distracted by the nail clippers, which is such a genius idea.
Yeah. And I was thinking, oh, well, maybe it won't work. Maybe it'll just kind of bend, work like a charm.
All right. Agent Cub for $5. Never say never. Bat Bear is a comic that is gaining in popularity. It's a comic you should definitely check out.
All right. I'll have to take a look. I'll have to check it out.
Oh, the most unique channel name Meredith has seen is
Hey, he's back.
Kenny Wang. I just finished up my basketball season, so I've finally been able to make it to a stream. It's been a few months.
Kenny
Yeah,
Wang?
it has. He's talking with Kenny right now.
Okay, I was going to say.
I'm just jumping in on their conversation. Right. I have another super chat. I got to find it.
Here, I have sound effects for
George. Oh, I missed that.
it's a surprise.
For what?
For the I just turned it on again. For the most unique channel name you've ever seen.
Oh, welcome back. George Arnold super chat for $9.99. I can't wait till I have control of that sound device. Here's some bat bucks for that amazing lighting.
Well, thank you, George.
And Noel Hines for $5. Is that a Miller influence I detect in this one, Dave?
Not intentionally. And I won't be able to leave it like this because, see, this is where, I don't know, because all I've done is drawn the shadows. So if I erase the pencils that are underneath it, and when you're looking at I'm looking at the screen, the pencils don't show up anywhere near as much as they do here. So it just looks like the shadows. And that's very Frank Miller. And I could leave it like that. And I really like that. But I can't. Because I'd have somebody saying, what the heck? I didn't want that.
And Andre wants to know, Andre Malcolm, tattoo artist, wants to know how to get on the members list. And Andre, there should be, if you're on your computer, there should be a join button right by where you would have subscribed. And if not, Eric has links, or Dave says this in the description of if you're on an iOS.
Right.
Otherwise, it should be there.
And I assume, generally speaking, if somebody's asking, it's because they're on an iOS, because otherwise you just see the button.
Yeah, well, I don't know, but you may not know to look for the button.
Okay, fair enough.
And Eric already answered the question for me because Eric is on it.
He's on the ball.
On the ball.
Eric was so good on the member stream too. He was great.
Is he going to take over my hosting duties?
Well, look, I'll put it this way. I gotta say, Meredith, having you on this thing, like, nobody wants you to go. I sure don't want you to go, and I think you're great. Despite how much I complain about you.
Both before, during, and after the stream.
Yes, but having Eric on, the last time I had Eric on, kind of helping, we had him through his phone. It was a bad connection. It was really difficult. I could barely hear him. We struggled. This time though, he got a new webcam. Microphone sounds great. He has some really good insight too. I thought he had some really good comments about some of the artwork too, which I thought was great. And it's nice to be able to, I can bring him on and then have a quick little chat with him. What do you think of that one? It looked really,
Yeah.
Anyway, I thought it was great. Really enjoyed it.
You've adjusted your camera again.
Oh, what do you mean I've adjusted it?
Now I'm on the stream right now.
Oh, all that happened, I turned
No, look at me.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I hear you. I tried as hard as I could because I could see that the top of the pillow was there. And I tried to go. Anyway, there's not much of you showing. We got a super chat for $99.99, Meredith.
That was Andre telling you to clip it off with the nail clippers.
Oh, man. Well, thank you so much, Andre. Well, that's very much appreciated. And I got to tell you, Yuri is my editor, and he certainly thanks you too, because it really is your memberships and super chats that are making it possible for me to work with them and have such a great editor working on the videos. It makes the videos so much better, and it's just not something I would be able to do without you guys. So thank you.
All right. Next super chat comes for $5, comes from Mar. How do you deal with overlapping foreshortening forms when drawing the figure?
Oh, stay tuned. Okay. Oh, look at the mess I'm making here. Okay, hold on one second here. I'm going to explain it, and I'm going to ruin the video that I have coming out.
And then you can do book of the week.
And then I'll do, okay, yeah.
Do you have any book of the weeks left? Because I've been packing a lot.
I had to actually do a little bit of searching because I've got one shelf left.
I kind of was laughing
this morning. It's all right, though, because I've got so many.
I was kind of laughing this morning. I'm like, he's not going to have a book of the week because I just packed them all up.
I'm ruining his life.
Yeah.
Not a surprise. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is, before we do book of the week, I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to ruin a good portion of a video that I have been working on. But I'm just going to draw this kind of thing right here. And so these are three shapes. They're slightly different size. They're intended to be the same size. So just let's all pretend they're exactly the same size. And it's just flat to the page. There's no dimension to it at all. It's just, you have basically a shape here. Now, if I take these lines here and cross them over this here and do the same here, and I need to erase that to make it perfectly clear because I can't cross over here and then here, instantly what it does is push that back, and I can accentuate it this way. But really, most of that work is done just like that. And you can see how much it pushes into the page. Now, if I do the same thing again, I'm going to draw my three shapes off the page. Here, let me just move the camera. I can just do that. There we go. Okay, so I've got my three shapes again. They're the same, and it's completely flat. And now I'm just going to take my top ones and overlap the bottom. And you can see instantly I have the exact opposite effect. And that's all there is to it. There is no linear perspective there. I don't have things getting bigger as they get closer. The only thing I did, and now I accentuated the effect with my rounding here, but even without the rounding, and it's, I mean, I guess you could say the rounding is me cheating a little bit, cheating the effect, but even without that, you can see that it really pops forward. And the same thing applies when you draw like an arm. So I've got my arm coming forward in the video, because I just finished, you know what, I'm so late with stuff right now. I just finished the video, so it'll be out later this week, unfortunately, but this comes in front of this, and this will come in front of that. And I just make sure that anything that is closer to me overlaps what's behind it. And I just make sure to be as consistent with that as I can. And then there are places where this whole muscle overlaps this one here, but I don't want to flatten it. And so what I'll do is I'll just draw the round of that and then round it behind it like that. And that's how you do it. Now, I actually drew a couple of things where I drew all of these connections the opposite way. Like I drew an arm and it's coming towards you and it's done properly and it gets bigger as it gets towards you. And then I just changed the connections and it completely obliterated the effect. And I wanted to kind of show just how effective that is. So there you go. That is my entire video. It's not the entire video. It's a lot of it though. So they're completely ruined. Please watch it anyway. Okay. Mm-hmm. So this is X Factor Visionaries. It says by Peter David. I got to tell you, I love Peter David's writing. I love Peter David's writing in this book. I read it. I think it's a great story. To me, I got to be honest, I'm an artist. I got this book for two reasons. Jay Lee and Joe Quesada. And this really should be X Factor Visionaries by Jay Lee and Joe Quesada and written by Peter David. But I'm biased. And I'm sorry, Peter, because I think he's a great writer. I'm just very artist biased. I'm sure you guys probably agree. So anyway, in the beginning of this, and this is actually Jay Lee inked by, I think, Al Milgrom. And I would have said that Al Milgrom inking Jay Lee, or anybody inking Jay Lee, would completely not work and it would destroy his work. And there's a difference. I mean, I still prefer Jay Lee. This is early Jay Lee work. But Al Milgrom really kind of worked. And he managed to keep a lot of the hard line, kind of cool looking effect that Jay Lee had inking his own work. And some of these faces, like that is an absolutely incredible face. I remember trying very hard to get that effect. This is such a Simon Bisley Lobo arm. And, you know, I'm not going to go so far as to call it a swipe, but it's certainly heavily influenced. And I certainly wouldn't call it a swipe either, because, I mean, if I did, practically everything I've ever done is a swipe of some kind. So, you know, but all of these faces, they just have so much character and so much. I love the angularity. And there are a couple of shots. Like, I'm going to move on as much as and this stuff is all very, very cool. And I hate to just be skipping it. I mean, look at how cool that looks. Love that shot. But I want to show you the last issue by Jay Lee, which is my favorite. And I think it's this one here. That shot is absolutely amazing. And I can tell you, reading the script, Jean Grey's pose doesn't really kind of make sense. You know, she's clearly just posing, but who cares, man? Look at it. It looks amazing. It's very Mike Mignola influence, this shot. And it really, really works. Like, Jay Lee he had such an ability to distill what artists did well and make it work for himself. I love these faces too. The hair, the faces that he was doing at the time were very influenced by Patrick Nagel, who was a New York fashion artist in the 80s. He was very, very popular. And Jay Lee was looking at his stuff. And I remember, especially with Aphrodite 9, some of that kind of stuff, I was looking at this hair and trying to make that work. And, you know, this was a big influence for me in terms of my faces. I love the mouth that Wolverine has here. It's just such a great shot. And I mean, I really could go by and point out every single panel on this thing while Meredith goes completely nuts. This whole thing is in silhouette for the most part. And the storytelling absolutely just holds together and works. And it's beautiful. Like, I know if I drew this, it would be such a totally different scene. I don't think it would be better or as good, because he just has such a great graphic approach. That is such a Patrick Nagel face right there. And I have copied that so many times. Early on, you know, it's been a long time for me, but definitely I went through a period where I was really trying to copy that quite a bit. Right. No, we're not done, because we now have to get into Joe Quesada.
Okay, stop.
No, I refuse, because this is the Joe Quesada part of the book.
Dave.
Meredith, stop. And so, Joe
spent
Quesada.
10 minutes on the first part of the book.
You know what? We could argue about this for the next 10 minutes. How's that?
Okay.
All right. And so,
I'm good for that.
this is some of the first work that I ever saw from Joe Quesada, who is one of my favorite artists and a huge influence. This book here is all just people going to a doctor's office. It's all just storytelling, and it's absolutely amazing. Something that I don't do particularly well, but he does incredibly well. There's a little action, and I guess he's telling a story here, but beautiful stuff.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
Are we supposed to be spending these 10 minutes arguing about it?
Yeah. And all these figures, I love this face, the way that it's framed, and it just has such an it's just different. Like, it's its own real style. He had a huge, Mike Mignola influence, but some of the things that he did, like the wildness of the hair and the way that stuff worked, I don't know where he got it. Well, he got it from himself, I guess, but absolutely amazing stuff. It's really the most of the second half of this book, a huge influence for me. I got this about a year before, maybe even 2 years before I broke into comics. And so I was looking at this very, very heavily. I love this face with the hair flopping around and everything. Anyway, and so I think there's that issue, and then there's one more issue in here, which is really amazing. I love this kind of shot. That's very Frank Miller, actually. Anyway, in the interest of stopping Meredith from freaking out, we're going to move on from Book of the Week. There you go.
Oh. I'm going to pack that one at the bottom of a box.
And actually, that book is in really good shape, considering like most of my Book of the Weeks are so
yeah,
trash.
they're normally so ratty and
but that is because I have those
to carefully pack them.
I have those books all individual, and I've been looking at them for years, and I found that, with that together, and I couldn't believe I got it actually for the Joe Quesada. I didn't even realize it was going to have Jay Lee, because in the book I was looking for the Joe Quesada X Factor. I'm a huge fan, and so the Jay Lee stuff was like a total bonus. I couldn't believe it. I think there's actually more Jay Lee stuff than Joe Quesada in there.
All right, are we ready now?
We're ready.
Vix Von Vegan, welcome to the Finch Flock.
Thank you, Vic.
Vix
Von
Vegan. That is an awesome name.
Yeah.
And Christopher Leroy, welcome to the flock.
Good to have you, Chris. Thank you, Christopher. Is it? See, now you're throwing me.
Yeah, I know. It's that kind of day. Art 9, Meredith Finch, please send me his books and comics. I can't afford to pay to ship them. I don't know if you can imagine how heavy these. I did not get the big boxes from U-Haul. I got like the small boxes, and they are freaking like.
They're heavy.
Oh, so heavy.
They're a workout.
So it's like, you could do your squats with these boxes. They are freaking redonkulous.
They are. It's
Mar says for $5. Mar says, I will still watch the video. Thank you, because Mar was the one that asked you about the question about the overlapping and the foreshadowing.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad.
And there's all kinds of talk right now about Jim Lee painting on his Xbox or his PS3 or something.
That's the thing nowadays.
Is it?
Yeah, you paint on your electronic device and
Custom
people
it.
get like excited. I'm so bitter. Listen to how I talk.
You are, because people are excited about it.
I know.
We are so snotty today. Like, you guys, I'm so sorry, guys. We are like tired, and I don't know how many of you have moved recently, but stressed out, tired of the chaos. Dave's got 5,000 things to do and not enough time to do any of them.
Well, part of it is
install closet organizers today.
I've been working on a page that has been taking. Now it's 2 days over how long I wanted it to take, and it's still not finished. And yeah, I'm just I'm struggling a little bit. And as always, I'm enjoying it. I'm having a great time, but it's just I'm going through a section of the book where I'm just finding that it's a mixture of I'm getting better at inking, and when I say better, I don't mean faster. I mean like I can put more in, and I don't know how to go faster right now. Like I just don't know what to do, and I don't want to go faster because I want it to be as good as I can make. So it's like, yeah, it's been tough. I'm really enjoying it. It's really taking me too long.
It is what it is.
It is what it
The
is.
sun will come out tomorrow. Summer will come. The days will be longer. You can sit on the back porch and draw.
We had joy. Oh no.
No.
Now I'm singing.
Yeah. Actually, the sun won't come out here tomorrow. This is the best. Isaac is finally going back to school. Finally, after 2 years of homeschooling, he's going back. His first day of school is tomorrow.
Yep.
We're in the middle of a snowstorm.
So yeah, his first day of
Buses
school.
are going to be canceled.
Yeah.
He's not going to school tomorrow. I do have excited about it though.
You're excited about it?
No, he is.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. He was nervous about it. He's
I got him so excited.
Well, he just went and hung out with his buddies. He slept over there last night. And I think, just getting out there and because the problem is the way things are right now with we're all stuck at home.
He didn't hang out with his buddies because we're still on emergency lockdown.
That's right. And so
that definitely didn't happen.
Yeah, he ends up in a place where he's just sitting on his electronic devices or drawing pictures or whatever, and he's just not being social. And I think he's, you get to a point where you just don't even know how to be social. So he had a great time. I think he's looking forward to hanging out with some friends. Well, they won't be friends because it's a new school for him. So I think that's
good. There's social interaction.
He's a very outgoing kid, so he should be just fine.
Hey. People are commiserating about the move. Alessandro Crapple says, Meredith, I just moved recently and I know it's not easy, but I hope you do the best for so it'll be fine. It's gonna be fine. I'm gonna make it.
Oh yeah, you'll be fine. And hey, we did it by choice.
We did. It's gonna be awesome. And I think part of my stress will go away tomorrow when I can go to Goodwill and get rid of like 15 boxes that are sitting in my front hallway for the Goodwill. Or when I get rid of the 25 cans of miscellaneous paint that are down here in the basement because I can't leave them for the people coming here.
No.
Because half of them are cans that were left for us when we moved here.
They're probably just a brick now.
Oh, yeah. So Jay Sanchez has a super chat for $49.99.
Well, thank you so very much, Jay. Thank you.
Jay says, hey, David, I want to thank you so much for the videos. They've helped me personally with my comic art. You are a joy to the art community. I can't wait to see many more blessings to you and Meredith.
Oh, wow.
P.S.
Thank you so
Happy
much.
Valentine's Day.
You too. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
I got to sit up. I'm too laying down.
So what is that making you cough more?
Apparently.
You haven't been coughing much.
No, tonight I've been worse. It was good today, but we had a good Valentine's Day. It's actually our anniversaries are on Valentine's Day too, so we do 2 for the price of 1.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, our anniversary is the 10th. Valentine's Day is. So.
Yeah. Sean Luke's laughing because I almost tricked you into singing.
Yeah.
All right.
I sing so badly. I think I might even be able to get away with it with copyright.
Yeah, nobody
would even be able to tell what it is.
Would be able to tell what song you're singing because I can't even tell when you're singing "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star" what you're singing.
I know. This has so much.
I used to listen. I love that you used to sing to Isaac though.
Hey, look, I did my best, right? And that's all that matters.
You were the worst singer in the entire world. But you would still sing to him when he went to bed.
Yep.
Because that was part of the routine.
Yep.
You make up little songs.
Oh, I was so glad when he finally outgrew that. Because he's the youngest.
I was feeling bad about it. I was feeling bad about the fact that, I'm not he's our youngest. But, every mother animal eventually kicks the baby out of the nest. It's a natural progression. I mean, I'm not saying I'm kicking him out. He's 12, but it's a natural,
yeah.
The point is to have your kids grow up and leave you and be independent.
There's a point when you have to push them out and see if they fly or fall to a plop.
Oh my gosh. I have to read this because Henry knows me so well. Meredith, it's a good thing that you drink wine by the box. Now you can use all those empty boxes for moving. You have no idea how easy it is to pack wine, like your glasses and your mugs in wine boxes. Because they come Do you know how much they charge for those dividers at the moving store? Just buy a box of wine. The dividers come for free.
Yeah. There you go. All you need to do is be an alcoholic.
That's right.
That's just fine.
I've been doing that for a long time. I'm way ahead on that one.
You know what? A glass and a half of wine a day. I think you're probably okay.
Fair enough. All right. I feel like Dave's had his book of the week time. And so it's my time to now say, have you hit like? If not, hit like. And have you subscribed? If not, subscribe. Have you joined? I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't do that, please. Although
like and subscribe.
We're thrilled for everyone that joins, and I think it's a great.
I have not liked, so I'm going to like it right now.
Okay, it's a great thing, and there's a lot to offer.
I'm liking. I was like number 514. What like number were you? I always wait. 526, 532. Let's get it to 600. 600. I've been doing quite well in the like department. Daredevil, Avon, the creator, says add Daredevil. And I think I saw from Julio. Where was Julio? Julio Forge or Maverick. So here we go.
I squeezed out basically all of the ink in this brush onto this picture just to get it moving. Because I don't have time to slowly brush through.
Maverick. Who else was that? Avon. Who did Avon say?
I don't know.
Where is it? Where is it?
Are you asking me?
Yeah, no, well, not really. I'm looking for it.
All right. Whew. That's a lot of black to fill in. I need a roller.
Darren Eamons says, if you're giving art supplies to Goodwill, can I have them? It's not art supplies. It's kitchen stuff. Most of it's kitchen stuff.
All right.
Andre Malcolm Tattoo says, hey, David, are you going to start doing more digital drawings and NFTs? What is that? So when people buy and trade your art, you'll always get a percentage of whatever your art is sold for.
Yeah, I don't know what NFT is.
I don't either.
I don't have any real plans to just be going digital. I definitely want to start experimenting with it. I'm excited to start. Unfortunately, I can't be ordering things now that we're about to move because the mail is just so consistent. But
well, yeah, we don't like Amazon packages showing up here when we're not here.
Right. Man, I'm sorely tempted to just leave it like this because I like it. Kind of, it's different, but I can't.
Yeah, it's very, very like. It's kind of cool looking, but I know you're going to add all your like.
I have to because, and I kind of want to say, you know what, heck with it then. I just won't do it because I like it. And it can be like, I'll just do something, I'll just do the commission another time. But I don't want you jumping off the couch and punching me in the head. So I'm not going to do that.
And that could be that day. Today could be that day.
It could be.
Full fist punch to the back.
I already threw a book at you, and I'm like, I know, and I'm kidding around, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, if the spine would have hit you, you would have.
It was my.
I thought,
feet.
oh no, that's like abuse.
It's my feet. I could take it.
Yeah, it really wasn't, trying to be.
You just don't. You have a problem with feet. You don't draw them. You throw books at them.
Books at them.
You can't even complain because you massage them, so they're practically your feet.
Oh, okay. All right. Where? Put all my stuff over here, right?
I did.
Okay.
I put it all in that container.
And you put my 2 pens together.
What am I? The greatest wife ever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, no, you're saying that because you threw both of them on the floor?
I'm trying to separate them out because one works and one doesn't. And
they were just both on the
which
floor.
One works and which one I don't know.
Well, what are you going to do?
Having somebody come in and clean your office. And
I needed to get to the couch.
It's not like I haven't said, leave my stuff alone.
Dude, Next time I'm Instagramming the obstacle course that I have to walk through to get on the couch. Which you can't show now because I cleaned it all up.
Okay, well, here, look at this. If I can, look at this.
Yeah, it's clean because I cleaned it up.
My point being, how bad could it have been?
Two soup bowls, a tea towel, 4 different pens, a case of pop.
Okay, my point is
a drawing board, and there wasn't just one sheet of paper on
just
here.
the stuff I was working on.
10 sheets of paper on the
floor.
The
way you make it sound is if I'm like some kind of hoarder here.
Yeah, a hoarder. It's all packed in the boxes. All right. Making me miss my super chats. I gotta find them. Because sometimes I want to make sure I don't. Isaac's upstairs. He just texted me, I don't want to have a snow day. He's so excited to go to school now. LM Art has a super chat for $9.99. LM says, Happy Black History Month.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and
happy
you too.
Black History Month.
We're today, I think, is the 16th. What day is today?
Today is the 15th.
15th. Yeah, we're halfway through already.
It's a great month. Kevin Mandevil has a super chat for $9.99. Kevin says, David, are you a fan of Quesada's work on Sword of Azrael? That was my first exposure to his stuff, and I've been a huge fan ever since. Page 19 specifically was one of those pages that stays with ya.
Now, I can't remember specifically, just like off the top of my head, was on page 19. I have that book in multiple formats. And yeah, absolutely. And actually, it was the book of the week here early on because it's such a huge book for me. I did that one pretty quickly. Inked by Kevin Nolan. So there's a real Kevin Nolan kind of a feel to it too, which, yeah, I think, in my opinion, it's my favorite work of Joe Quesada, that book.
Next super chat comes from Tag. Tag has a super chat for $5. You need to scan that picture now and then finish it for the client. Because you liked how it looked.
Well, I am going to actually...
Negative space.
I'm going to keep it fairly simple. Like you can see, I filled in part of his mask where it would be away from the light, and I'm still leaving it where it isn't. And I am going to cheat this one pretty heavily. And when I say cheat, what I mean is I'm gonna stay away from adding too much line in. I really like that effect, or the effect that it has, and I don't want to break that up. So there's going to be a little bit of rendering, but very, very little. I'm going to be really careful with this one, and I'm going to hope for the best when we turn it in. And if he doesn't like it, then I'll go from there. You know, obviously, because that's the thing about commissions is I'm doing these, and we have an agreement. You know. People pay for a commission and then they want, generally speaking, they just say do whatever you want. But if somebody has something specific and I agree to that, then I have an obligation to follow through. And I'm very much all about keeping my word if I can.
This is hilarious. Isaac says, I really want to go to school, meet my teacher. You can still take me to school, right? I'm going to end up driving him into school tomorrow. Ha ha ha! Snow day. He's still going to school. I have corrupted him perfectly.
It's pretty amazing. Just make sure if it's really bad.
If it's really bad, it won't. And we'll see how the roads are. So, all right.
So here we go.
Sean Luke. Oh, what do you? Can I
find out which one of these? That's. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's one that didn't work.
You know, it would be easier if you just had a garbage.
Oh, you know what? You're good.
Sean Luke has a super chat for $4.99. Love being able to watch you because you're left-handed. Watching people like Jim or Rich or Proco is slightly odd because they are all righties.
Yeah, you know, it's, and thank you very much. I found it when I was trying to learn how to play guitar, and by the way, I can't play guitar. You know, I'm no good at all, but I went through this period in the mid 90s where I was like, oh, you know, I really want to learn guitar. And it was kind of my thing to try and learn it. And I got these tutorial videos of somebody playing, and he was right-handed, but it was a mirror, so it actually made it kind of easy for me. But drawing, you're seeing this from my perspective, so I think it probably is a little easier to kind of compute when it's the same way.
Everybody's talking about your office now.
What about it?
Artist Essential, says Jordan Seward. Meredith is listing off the towel, the tea towel, the 2 empty soup bowls.
See, there you go.
Clearly Artist Essentials.
That's right.
Jason Hansen says, lots of artists are like that. I drive my wife crazy with my art and my writing. Steve King, though, cleaned my office yesterday. Every time I do, I feel better.
Yeah, so do I. Absolutely. I really do. I find a cleaner office, it's good for my psyche. My problem is I'm just overwhelmed all the time. I'm lazy. It's just my nature. So, but that said, again, it really wasn't so bad. What was on the floor is just the stuff that I had just, from today, from just working. I've got all the paper that I'm using. It's not so bad. Like I was working on the video today, and so I went through a bunch of paper and I would like draw and then put it on the ground. I do that a lot. It's the closest thing to my desk. I put stuff on the ground. You know what? Maybe the solution to that would be to have like some kind of a thing to.
Oh, I'm going to reset your office up. You think
Okay.
you're going to set it up? I'm going to fix it for me.
Oh, I can't wait.
I'm kidding. I'll make it work. You'll have your own little painting station.
Yeah.
Kevin Mandeville says, strap the Huskies to the sled and get that kid to class. Not Huskies, they're Irish Wolfhounds.
Irish Wolfhounds, yeah.
It's normally Huskies, but I bet the Wolfies could pull us.
I don't know if they would pull it, but they certainly could.
Certainly, all of Oscar, he's that guy's a pup is a chunk, especially when he sits himself down like a lap dog on my lap.
Yeah.
All right. Wayne Blackman has a super chat for $5. Wayne says, hi, Dave and Meredith. Thanks for the live chat. I'm looking forward to the Godzilla versus King Kong movie. Are you a fan, Dave?
Yes and no. I'm a huge, and thank you very much. I am a fan, yes. I have been burned so many times, like there have been things that I've really liked, and the Peter Jackson King Kong movie I enjoyed. I didn't love it though, there was the Godzilla movie came out a few years anyway. I really enjoyed that one. I don't think it did that well. Maybe I'm wrong, but anyway, I'm very hopeful. I'll say that. I'm very hopeful for it.
Everybody's talking about snow days now. You can tell the Canadians, snow day. What a joke. This is Henry. No such thing in my day. Jordan says, I had one snow day my whole life, no matter how hard I prayed.
Yeah, I never got them. But that's because, well, if you're bust, then you have snow days. Yeah. I was not bust. So.
I was bust at the end of a long country dirt road that the snowplow barely came down. And my bus got stuck on my road like multiple times. I had to get like the farmer to come with the tractor to pull the bus out of the ditch stuck.
Wow.
So yeah, we had snow days where I remember is you'd wake up in the morning and you'd listen to the radio, list off the bus cancellations and hope that they read 836 because that was your bus. And
right.
then you were getting to stay home. Not these days. These days, I just throw the kids never got a snow day. I'd throw them in the car and drive them to school because I didn't care. I needed the time. Get to school. Christopher Leroy is a super chat for $5. Can we add Blink to the list? If not already on there.
Do you know who Blink is, Mary?
Nope.
From the X-Men, from the Joe Madureira era. Joe Madureira. Anyway.
I don't need to know who he is to add him to the list.
That would be a she.
Oh, see, there you go.
Which is a bonus because I don't draw enough women.
Don't draw enough women.
And I really enjoy drawing women. I'm afraid of drawing them live always just because they're harder. I say this. Have you guys noticed that I basically repeat the same things?
It says the same. Just so you know, you guys hear the same conversation once a week. I hear the same conversation every day.
I remember, growing up with my dad. My dad had the same 4 stories that I heard a million times. Yeah, I've become my father.
The Mad Hatton has a super chat for $5, but then Mad Hatton didn't have a comment.
Oh, well, thank you, the Mad
I'm
Hatton.
sure Mad Hatton just had trouble adding the comment to the super chat. So
Kenny Wang says women are easier for him to draw. I think it depends on the artist. Everybody has a different comfort zone. For me, it's men that are harder or easier. So, it really depends.
Yep. Siddhartha Mohanty says, Meredith Finch, finally today I have time to watch a stream. It's a holiday in college.
Oh, great.
Perfect. We like college holidays.
He's been on here before, right? Do I know that? I know that name, I'm sure.
Henry is reminding me to take out the garbage. Meredith, don't forget to take out the garbage.
Oh, have we taken it out?
No, I asked you to do it.
I know, and you know what? I wasn't doing it then.
And you said no.
And I'm not sorry.
While you're up cleaning up after dinner, take out the garbage now, because then it's done.
Then it's done. Yeah, you know what? I'm not sorry. But definitely thank you. That was Kenny?
No, that was Henry.
Henry. Well, thank you, Henry, for the reminder.
Don't forget the garbage. Oh, here's the Mad Hatton. I'm glad I could make it 2 times in a row. You're my hero. And thank you for the super chat.
Thank you very much.
Is the shadow missing the grappling fins on the gloves? Sort of. Jason Jones.
No, they're right here.
No.
He must have missed them.
Oh.
Like he must just not have seen them.
Oh, he didn't see
Maybe
them.
my hand was covering it.
Oh, okay. Nova and Sam Alexander. Done.
I totally forget. Look at that. Look at how much better it looks with them too.
It does. Save.
I feel like I went a little too far with the brush a little bit, and there are places where it's clunky, and I'm having to try and kind of pull it back.
I shouldn't complain about being tired. Milton Aguar is watching the stream at 2 a.m. where Milton is.
I wonder where that would be for 2 a.m.
Well, that's 5 hours ahead of us, so I'm going to say like England somewhere.
Okay.
Somewhere in the like western part of Europe. Like
somewhere
Ireland.
In the England slice of the world.
Yeah.
So it could be like south. It could be, you never know.
Lots of people got to take out the garbage. Vegas Dave, Russ Hicks, take out the garbage.
I will. I'll do it.
611 likes. Chimichanga Productions Extra has a super chat for $5. Hi, Dave. Are you familiar with Dexter Soy's work on Rebirth Red Hood? His work is beautiful. And also, what is the starting salary as a comic? Is a starting salary as a comic artist good? Love from Chimichanga.
Yes, I'm absolutely familiar with Dexter's work on the Red Hood, and I was looking at it. The thumbnail for this video is from a Batman Red Hood cover that I did a few months ago, and I was looking at Dexter's work for that, and yeah, it is really amazing. And starting salary depends where you go. Don't quote me on this, but I can give you a pretty reasonable idea, and that is if you break into Marvel or DC Comics, your starting salary is generally going to be about $150 to $175 a page. And I could be wrong. It could be, but it's close to that. And then the way that they work, depending on the book that you do, if you're working on X-Men and it's selling really well, which it would because it's X-Men, you'll actually make more than if you're working on a book that doesn't. So they have tiers, and there you can negotiate different rates through contracts and different things. And, you get to a point where they are motivated and they want to work with you, then they can certainly pay quite a bit more. And you can, there's a lot of room to go up from there, I'll tell you that. But to start, that's kind of about what you're looking at.
Milton is in Portugal.
Portugal. So there you go. Like England, but south. just south of, because Portugal goes right out. So that was a good call.
I had something I was going to read.
Oh, Patches is here.
Patches is here. Patches is in the building. Joe Blankenship. Joe says, I'm pretending Batman's got dice in his fist playing a back alley dice game. I just thought it was funny because I'm looking at the fist right now. Patchy patch. Chicken Nugget wants to know if taking out the garbage is a metaphor for Dave putting on a cape and cowl and beating the crap out of criminals.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah.
Absolutely a metaphor.
That's exactly what that means. Yeah. Yeah. I would never stoop to, chores.
No. You should see what washing the dishes is a metaphor for.
Hey now.
Going to the bank. Feeding the dogs. I mean, some really bad guys are in town.
Right.
Thor is now on the list.
We didn't have Thor on the list?
No, Ragav asked for Thor. Take out the papers and the trash. All right. Not a person says, all right, I gotta go sleep now. Thanks for the stream, David Meredith.
Good to have you here. Thanks you.
Thanks for coming out. Oh, Nick from Detroit wants to know how many followers Patches has. Patches now has 175 followers on Instagram. Yes, 175.
Yeah, Patches is thrilled.
She is very excited.
Yeah, it's very exciting for our cat, who's totally aware of her Instagram.
Yeah, she's loving it. She's loving it. I'm taking pictures of her watching the stream right now.
Yeah.
She's working. That's going to be my post for tomorrow.
It's exciting.
I know. I have so many cat pictures on my phone now that need to get deleted. I have my memory of cat pictures. Shazam. Let's see if Shazam was a casualty. Shazam might have been a casualty. Adding Shazam back on the list. Shazam! He's there. All right. Let's go on.
It's coming.
Coming 15 minutes coming?
Yeah, I think I'll be done by 10.
Right, awesome. You know who we need to help us move?
Okay.
SCS. He can lift all those boxes of books.
Yeah.
We'd be helping him train up and down the basement stairs.
Right. We'd be totally helping SES out.
That's right.
By him helping us move. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Totally altruistic of us.
That's right. Yeah. I actually have not worked out in 2 days. I didn't work out yesterday or this morning. I did the day before. And I don't feel badly about it because I've been moving so many boxes and that kind of stuff. Yeah. I think I'm good. Tomorrow morning though, I have legs. So that won't be fun.
I'm adding a lector to our list. I'm adding Robin to our list. How Robin's not on the list, I don't know. Tick. Solomon Grundy.
Should I just start reading comments myself?
No, these are the comments.
With just suggestions?
Yeah. and the tick.
Reese Aaron says, leg day, bro. You missed leg day, bro.
You missed leg day, bro.
Well, I'm not going to miss leg day, bro, because
That's tomorrow's leg day?
it's tomorrow.
Oh.
Ross Klein wants to know if I can draw milk and cheese. Actually, that would be a lot of fun. You don't even know what that is, do you?
Nope.
It's a character by, oh no, I'm so bad with names and I apologize to, I just read a thing about him too. Anyway, oh, I'm so bad with names. Anyway, it's hilarious.
Did Jordan Seward get married on Tuesday?
No. You were talking about Solomon and Grundy, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, married on a, born on a Monday.
Okay, I don't.
Okay, yeah, you're not familiar with it.
Nope.
So no, that's not what it is. At least I'm assuming. I'm pretty sure.
I'm the worst. Oh, Jordan says Nightwing, not Robin. Headlopper's still on the list. Black Bolt. Okay, let me look. Is Headlopper still on the list? I feel like Headlopper. Yeah, Headlopper's still there. I'm gonna add Black Bolt. Who else did I say?
No idea.
Bolt, not Bold. Nightwing. Oh, that was it. Not Robin. Nightwing. Nightwing. See, I'm not reading the stream. Thor's on the list. I added Thor. Creech is already on the list.
Creech?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, that would be fun.
All right. All righty, we're good. I can't add more. We'll add more next week. It's a list that is never going to ever get completed.
No. But that's what you want, right?
Never ending, like
what I don't want is
because you'll never come down and go, who am I going to draw tonight?
Right. Well, and what
It's
really
all on the list.
I'm never in that position. I'm like, okay, I got this to draw. The only time it doesn't work out that way is when you interfere with your commission list, which, you know what, I do know I need to get them done. And I gotta say, I'm actually glad I did this one this time. Like when you showed me what they wanted, I thought, oh, look at that. It'd be a lot of fun.
There you go. Right? That was awesome.
And I have not done I've had people actually ask before, can you draw something where you're uplighting it? Something with different lighting. And I keep doing basically the same kind of lighting where it's lit from below or from above. And I do that. You guys know why I do that, right? It's easier, but I think it worked out all right. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks great.
And I didn't render it,
It looks fantastic.
And I'm not going to. I think I'm going to kind of leave it. So I'm just really cleaning it up.
Anthony G says, uh-oh, my dog is barking at Patches when Patches was down here.
That's funny. I guess I wouldn't get along.
Kevin Mandeville says, Dave, can you talk about the shadows on the bat symbol on this piece? How did you place them?
You know what? I actually kind of made a bit of a mess here with the shadow. Now that you mention it, I noticed I've got this coming out all the way here, and it really wouldn't. So the overall shadow on his chest, the light is coming from here, so I want the light to be strongest here. And because the black on his costume has it, you feel a lot more dark. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Oh,
and SCS had a powerlifting had a super chat. I'm adding Rhino to the list. First $5. SCS said, put Rhino on the list.
Okay.
Rhino's on the list.
So, by the way, this is my planning sheet for like different tutorial stuff. This isn't actually the tutorial stuff. It's just where I'm kind of thinking, oh, what am I going to do? Okay. So, I've got basically a kind of a flattened shape like this. It's like a chest shape. I'm going to light it from below. And so it's going to be shadowed away from the light here. But then if it's really dark, I would end up shadowing all the way up to, it'd be darker all the way up to a hotter light. And I could even shadow on this side. And then I get like a band of light that's lit. And so I wouldn't do that across the whole shape because I've got two different types of material on there. So for where it's really dark, I would go dark all the way to here and maybe even a band of light there. And then where it's not as dark, like it's a lighter material, I would just shadow there. That's basically, I don't know if that was really the best example. Sometimes my examples really work and I'm like, oh, hey, that really worked. And sometimes they're trash. And that one was a little trash, but that is the concept anyway.
The Mad Hatton has a super chat for $5. Mad says, I want to show you my stuff for serious critique, but I'm so nervous. Don't be nervous. Dave is a very kind person.
Yeah, and
He won't be mean.
I've had people be very
very
mean
supportive
with me with my artwork, and I came out of it, and I still learned something even from the mean people. You know, okay. There was one guy. I know I've said this story before, but I went to a convention in Detroit. That was my closest convention. This would have been 1992, and I just done my first samples. I had no idea what I was doing. And, you know, this is how it goes, though, right? You have to take your shot. You take your, you know, you don't get there without taking some swings and seeing what you can do. And so I was, you know, taking a swing. And this guy from a comic company is not around anymore. Looked at the work that he took a look at it, and he said, he was swearing. I'm not going to do that on the show because I don't swear on here, but he said, yeah, this stuff is garbage. This is completely unusable. This is trash. And he didn't critique it all. He just said that it was garbage. And he pulled out some pages. He actually had, apparently, I guess an artist had turned in pages at the show because he had the actual art. And he said, take a look at this. And he said, what do you think of this? And I said, yeah, it looks pretty good. And he said, this stuff, again, he just swore, you know, said, this stuff is trash. This is complete garbage. I can't even use this stuff. And this is a lot better than what you're doing. I was like, oh, okay. Well, thank you. It was very helpful. I think that might have actually been the first person I talked to. And then there was a Marvel artist.
Do you know the name of that guy?
No.
Oh, that's good.
I mean, if I did, what's the
I know you. I don't want you to say it. I'm just like curious. Do you know the name?
No, I didn't know who it was. And then I saw a Marvel artist. I was in a line waiting to get lunch, and he had a badge. And I had no success. Mark Silvestri was at that convention. I never got to meet him there. Todd McFarlane was there. They were in a separate room. There was a massive crowd. It was bananas because it was right at the height of Image Comics when, you know, that stuff was incredibly popular and just everywhere. And so I really didn't get a lot of people to look at my artwork. So the second person I showed it to was a Marvel artist. And I said, oh, you're an artist for Marvel. And he gave me the, oh no, you're talking to me when I'm just trying to get my lunch, you know? And I said, would you mind looking at my artwork? And he said, sure. And he glanced at it, he goes, yeah, it looks good. He turned around and just kept, you know, like he had no interest in looking at my stuff. And you know what? He's trying to get lunch. I understand. But still, you know, we were all there at some point, you know, being really dismissive like that. I was a little bit like, ooh, this is going to be rough, you know? And then from there, the next person I talked to was, I didn't talk to James O'Barr. James O'Barr was there. He did The Crow. And he had such a huge line because The Crow was blowing up then, so I didn't get a chance. Mike Mignola was there, and I waited a little bit. I talked to Mike Mignola, and he was great. He actually said to me, though, because he's very blunt, he can be very blunt. He said, I get so sick of people coming up and showing me artwork that looks like this. That's actually what he said. And I thought, oh no, you know, here we go. And he said, do you ever look at your work in a mirror? And I said, no. And he said, you need to look at your artwork in a mirror. It all has a pull. And what he meant is, you know, you naturally can draw one eye skewed and the whole top of the head, and the whole picture can get skewed, and you just don't see it when you're drawing it. When you look at your artwork in a mirror, and by I mean just taking a mirror, holding it up and looking at it downward, you know, you see it from a different perspective, and it really helps isolate those things. And that's actually what he meant. He wasn't, you know, but the way he said it, I was like, oh, anyway. So that actually turned out to be extraordinarily valuable advice for me. I thought that was great. I'm going to go through the whole thing now. And then I talked to Kyle Hotz. And Kyle Hotz gave me the advice that really made my career, you know. and that was to look at George Bridgman, copy the whole book, close the book, copy it again, and that, you know, when I did that, I came out a different artist. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
No, everybody's talking about, I don't know, Artsy Bible Nerd says, I don't know Rude Dude, but I know who David Finch is.
Well, appreciate it.
Reese Aaron says, I showed my art to a guy and he literally yelled at me about my dumb work and then gave me a contact at Disney.
See? Yeah, people can be blunt, and it can be intimidating. I'm going to tell, like, it's tough. But I think is really worth finding a way to get over that kind of fear, because it will hold you back. And you will one day be older and look back on it, and you'll be trying again. And there are certainly, you know, some people here are older and were doing it before and would love to have that time back.
Here's one. This is the worst. This is like truly an awful person. Sheldon Martin. In 2013 at New York Comic-Con, Dave almost looked at my portfolio, but he had to go to a panel and Meredith rushed him off. LOL. That's my job. Sorry, Sheldon. Sorry.
Yeah,
now I don't have to do that. We have people to do that. Like, I can't do it anymore. That's security people we were talking about last week.
We don't have people for anything now.
No, we don't have people for anything
because we
don't do anything.
Yeah.
You have people for everything. You have people who pick your crap up off the floor in your office. I'm your people. You have people who pack your office. You have people who make your meals and do your laundry. You got all. What do you mean you don't have people anymore? I'm your people.
All right, yeah, fair enough. All right.
I don't have people anymore.
You don't have people.
I never did have people. That's the problem.
So what I'm going to do right now is I'm drawing the brick wall behind them. And so I'm just kind of roughing in my bricks. And then I'm going to use my whiteout and rough in the bricks through the shadow a little bit and out into the black. And then we'll be done, and we will see how this goes over. I'll let you guys know next week, because I don't know. And if he wants it, if he's unhappy with it, I'll finish it out. And I'll try and scan that and show you guys that too. But I'm hoping that he likes this kind of an effect, and we'll see.
We have a super chat from Agent Cub for $5. In 2000, an editor critiqued my work, told me it sucked, and then offered me a job. I passed on the job as it didn't feel right. How do people do that? You suck. Do you want to work for me?
Yeah, I don't know. I will say this. I do know, and I'm sure there are people that could say, oh, yeah, you know, David Finch was very rude and mean to me with my work, and I have been rude and mean with people's work before.
You've never been rude and mean.
A little bit, and I always say, look, if the work is strong enough and it's really good and there are a few things, then I will harp on it and be meaner about it and be more picky, because, you know, there's just so much there to, like, it's I get a little more invested, put it that way, you know. So
that's
all
nice.
Right. And so now, no, I'm not done.
You're adding bricks. You're killing me.
I'm adding, yeah. Well, you knew I had to add bricks, Meredith.
George Arnold says, I'm 40 years old trying to get back into drawing. Would give anything to have never quit. Don't give up on your dreams, young people.
See, there you go. And you know, it's never too late. It really isn't. But you know, you lose that time, and you know, it really is a shame to lose time because you're, you know, emotionally not ready, because, you know, you're afraid of the kind of rejection, because, you know, it's part of life.
Hey, did we hit 110,000?
Did we?
While we're on the stream right now?
I don't know. I know we were close, so we might have.
I'm gonna check, because one mighty just said, "Congrats on 110." You did. Hey. Over the course of the stream, Dave hit 110,000.
And look at that!
Congratulations, honey.
Thank you very much.
That's awesome.
We just hit 100. I mean, it's, you know.
Yeah, I barely just got those sketches out.
Yeah, well, that's great too that you got those out. I owe Jimmy something. I've got a couple of things I need to send. I haven't asked you to send because nobody needs that kind of, you know.
Well, I was already going.
Yeah, but I just, you know what? You were having a bit of a day, and I thought this could end up being a fight, and I don't want that. So
Does it
I
need to
just
go
kept my mouth
today?
shut. No, but they do need to go this week. So I'll do it. It's fine.
What is it?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Okay. All right.
By the way,
What?
before you go on, I just want to mention a word from our sponsor. It's not really a sponsor, but Jimmy Reyes, Page One Comics, has a digital linking set. And I mentioned this a few times before, but I want to kind of harp on it because it's such a great set. It's all, he has his pens divided up. He has a pen that works just like this one, just like a Micron, and it works perfectly and it's sized properly. And he has a pen that is like a crow quill, which is a better version of this, really. I mean, if I could, I'd be using a crow quill. It's just very difficult to sketch with. Not the computer version, though, because it doesn't have the limitations of the real one. The real one, if you drag back against it, it will splatter ink everywhere. Digital one won't do that. And it works very well. He's got it set in his settings to really react like that pen. And then he's got brushes, like the brushes that I'm using here. He's got, some really, really great settings. Anyway, it's a great set of brushes. You can find it on Gumroad. Check it out. I really should have like a link or something, for stuff. And I got to tell you, I want to push it because I'm using it, but also because this channel would not be possible without Jimmy. He really he set us up, and he's been very helpful lately too. He's a great guy. We were on his channel. Was it last week?
A couple weeks ago?
A couple weeks ago. Anyway, recently, and actually we met. Is it Death Metal? What was this?
Death Metal Hero, I think.
That's right. Who's been asking me about the blood science and I have it written down. Monkey Chimp Spanner. So yeah, I met him on Jimmy's channel. All right.
SCS Powerlifting has a super chat for $5. SCS says, I might miss next week because of my parents' passing ceremony. So here's support for them. Oh, I'm sorry, SCS.
Yeah. Well, definitely our prayers go out to you.
Yeah.
Kind of fight my hand trying to do that. Normally, I really like to keep it horizontal, but
feels weird saying congratulations, but there's congratulations on the stream for hitting 110,000. So there you go.
Yes, thank you very much, everybody.
And welcome to the Finch flock, Riley Brown.
Thank you, Riley. Hopefully we'll see you on the next member live stream. And I'll have outtakes from the video that I'm just finished today up next week. What I'd like to do, because I've got all the old videos, I'd like to put up some outtakes from some of those, because some of those have most of it got cut. It's ridiculous. So I'll be kind of doing that as I go along too. There, I'm done.
You're done?
Yeah, I need to sign it.
Got one more super chat then.
Okay.
From Dennis Kelly for $5. Sorry if you answered this already, but do you think you'd come to Emerald City Comic Con if the cons start back up in Seattle?
Absolutely. I definitely would. I love Seattle. It's a beautiful city. That whole area, Portland, has such great food. I love it. The people there are so incredibly friendly at the show. I love going. Seattle's great. Vancouver is beautiful. I love that. The whole, kind of upper West Coast. It's just beautiful. It's great to go. So yes, of course, I would definitely go. Absolutely. All right.
Don't forget, this Thursday, another episode of Process with Meredith and Dave comes out. And this one is amazing. You and Francis had so much fun talking.
Yep.
You literally talked 2 hours after we recorded the show.
And actually, it is a shame, because and this isn't, exaggeration. We talked for 2 hours, and I'm sitting right here. We're still on camera talking back and forth for a full 2 hours. And there was so much great stuff that we were talking about, but I had already I couldn't Anyway, what was in the
Francis
video was great.
Manipool, Dave Finch talking art.
Yeah.
Like talking art. So you don't want to miss out on it. It's going up Thursday. If you haven't already, subscribe. Be part of the rapidly growing flock. 110 members and growing strong. And one more week till we move. So tune in next week to see.
Next week.
See if you think we're cracking up tonight. You ain't seen nothing yet.
It's going to be bananas. And next week, it will be the winner of the poll.
Which
Fight
was,
Marathon, this one. Which was, I'm pretty sure that it was.
No, it's not the winner of the poll. It's Angela next week.
Angela.
Yeah. Angela, lost Angela to a divorce. Angela.
Oh, okay. I'm doing my best here, guys. All right.
I think, is that Art 9? Art 9.
I think,
Angela.
yeah.
Starts with an, I'm pretty sure.
Right. Okay. Well,
Anyway,
that's next week.
And then you can't. This is what happens when you go all half cocked without me.
Yeah, it is. All right. Well, thank you everyone so much for watching. I had a great time with this one. It's a very different kind of a commission for me.
Looks great.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, I hope everybody has a great week, and we will see you next week. And be sure to tune in or check in later on this week for my next tutorial video on foreshortening and our next process video with Francis Manipool, who is, don't
miss it.
such a great guest. All right. Have a great week, everyone. Bye.
Bye.